Hope everyone's having a fantastic Sunday. Welcome to the Citadel. My name is Joel Duggan, and this is a survival Let's Play server. We're currently working in a medieval town. I'm chilling out in one of the houses. You can take a look at the map here and see kind of what we're up to and where we left off yesterday down here planning the south part of town. And we're going to pick up pretty much where we left off. But first I want to welcome Dispatchio Fan. Thanks for coming by the channel. Good to see you. Amon is here. We've also got Astro Mango, Sweet Sandy. Hey, Cricket's here too. And Triskelion Soda along with Delara. Thanks for being here at the start first, folks. Appreciate it. I guess I'll say hi to Cosmic Dancer too. Hi, Cosmic. Shots fired. Shots fired. And Shepherd is here. Zero Fox also coming out from lurking in the corner. Good to see you. So I've got the map view up on purpose because I wanted to talk about this before we kind of get our noses dirty again today. I figured I might as well pick up right where we left off. We have to plan these roads. We have to figure out the river. Like, we might as well just do it now and then not have to worry about it later. So what's happening here is we've got this bridge that kind of comes in from the south and goes into what will be this little like fishing village area outside of the main wall. And I want this road to kind of make sense. I want it to feel like it would also be a main way straight in here with a little bit of a curve to it. But then I also want these offshoots to make sense as well. I think maybe we're piling too many roads here on this one square. So I think what we'll end up doing is maybe sending this one off in this direction and maybe pushing this either off sideways or maybe even having it come down in a completely different direction. So we'll go grab some blocks. We'll mess around. We'll see what we can come up with. But if you're new to this project, we've been working on this since November of 2020. And you can go to Joel Duggan VODs on YouTube to see a number of unedited VODs from the project. We're going to need some more cobblestone, I think. We also have a lighting problem in here. Whoa, massive lighting problem in here. Where he came from. Cobblestone. Don't need the gunpowder. That's it. Oh, we might as well sleep. It's getting real close to nighttime. I'm a little bit behind on the uploads for the VOD channel. I've been trying to do 2 uploads a day, but I was really busy the end of this past week with the 400th episode of the Citadel Cafe and recording episode 401. 401 should be out soon. And we're going to get back to uploading about 2 a day on the VOD channel on YouTube. Eventually we will catch up with where we are. And then it'll be 3 times a week. But I wanted to get things up and running and have a lot of content on the channel. Oh, Cosmic slept. Sweet. Also, I guess I should say hi to people. Yes, pesky building inspectors. So the first thing I want to do is I want to outline this square that we put in yesterday so it's not so confusing as to where the roads begin and end. And this might not end up being a square. We might end up changing this to be just like a cross section of roads. But I thought it would be easier to see. If we gave it an outline. So you can clearly see now where that kind of comes in. And I think what I want to do is try to think about how it might not end up being a square at all. We might end up wanting to have this curve a bit. So we might take this down here, remove this, right? And then have this nice curve where it feels like this road just kind of like curves right into the next one. I think that works. And then for this one, I think what we'll do is count out 5 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that might be too flat. Maybe we have to do that here. Yeah, we'll do 3 there. Remove that. We'll do 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I think what we'll do here is we'll curve this right back down. This will end up being a much different looking sort of situation. So we'll go like, probably like this. And this could change depending on what buildings we want to put here. So 2 to there. So what I want this to feel like is a path that as you walk along this road, if you're going this way, it's just like a gentle curve. And then if you're coming from this way, but instead you're going left, then it's also like a quick, like a U-turn sort of idea. I feel like we've kind of got that sorted. Maybe we just don't go that far there. I don't know what's going to be down here. Probably a dock of some sort. I think that's okay. So then what we'll do is we'll take that idea that these roads are... This is going to be 6 wide because I think it's 5 diagonally. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So if we did this 5 wide, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think this can be too thin. It might be okay. Whoops. Yeah, that might be a little bit on the thin side. I mean, I guess we'll have to do an overlap to it, so it'll all kind of come up. I guess 1 on the outside here, so there, there, there. Canadian Jen, hello. Welcome in. 2 and then singles. So we'll do 2 there, and then probably that should cover it. Again, not fantastic. I feel like this would probably be better like that. And obviously that's too long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, this is probably going to fan out into something different anyway. As a matter of fact, it would more likely be something like this. It's the end of the road reaches the river. Is there a way for me to replicate a build in another world easily without mods in Bedrock? Sorry, I don't know. You'd have to ask someone that plays Bedrock. I mean, if you want to replicate something and use mods, then like that's... You'd have to just to see what's available. But if you just want to build it block for block, just find a bunch of screenshots and do the work, really. I mean, if you want to do something easily and quickly in Minecraft, you're going to end up playing less Minecraft, right? Like, wouldn't it be better to have more time to spend on the project? Yeah, that looks terrible, doesn't it? Never mind. One of these keys makes the map bigger. I can never remember which one it is. Not that one. Why? No. Yeah, that looks okay. So that, I feel, helps that, which means that we could potentially lower this and get rid of this. I say lower. Move it farther south is what I mean. So I think today is going to be mostly this kind of a thing where we're planning, building roads and things like that. I'd like to maybe at the end of the stream switch over to the snapshot world, because I don't think I got enough time. On the snapshot on Friday. I didn't really get a lot of content from 117, so I want to try and find more content to talk about on the Spawn Chunks podcast tomorrow. So we might do that. All right, so that feels pretty good. I feel like this would then start to maybe curve away. So honestly, this might end up being... And this is just me using, I guess, my own artistic, skills and knowledge to just like, how does it flow? Does it feel like this has a nice just flow to it? And I feel like this would probably be the edge, and then here we would probably go around the corner like that. Maybe not even that far. Might be more like 3 there. 2 there. Cosmic Dancer has teleported. Looks like she's gone back to the main space. Man-made, hello, good to see you. Welcome back to the stream. We're working on roads. Working on roads. So yeah, I'm thinking this would be probably like 2, 1, maybe 2 again. So I'm thinking about less about a square here and more like an interesting combination of roads. We could probably even just get away with 1 here. Yeah, That still leaves a decent size for something to be built here. I think it's good. Now this road going to this direction, I feel like we'll want to curve this down kind of like that way. So we're going to end up over here, I think. So this is probably going to be something more like 5. I'm totally guessing at this. See what that looks like. So not bad. I think I need to make it a little bit steeper. So back around here, we'll reduce the 5s down to 3. Maybe we'll come down here by 2 tiers, and then we'll change our direction again. Nope, this needs to go farther. So again, there's probably going to be some sort of dock over here that will be able to build. See, what I do is I roughen the roads, and then I build the destination. Like you build the thing that you're going towards, and then you adjust the road after that to point towards the target destination a little bit better. Help frame the build, all that kind of stuff. Cosmic was in the Modern City. What were you doing in the Modern City, Cosmic? What were you doing in there? Yeah, and I feel like we could have maybe another offshoot going down this way. It makes sense. So somewhere's around here. Like here, we'd go. That would be like a little alleyway or something. I think that works. Now we just have to figure out the other side of this, and we'll start with this section. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I think what we'll do here is we'll put 3, and then we'll start doing this. We'll see if that looks wide enough from above. Daniel Dressen, hello, welcome to the channel. Thanks for coming by. Yeah, that feels really narrow, doesn't it? I feel like we might have to go just one wider. Which is weird, because then it's an even number. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. It does feel really narrow. But then again, if we don't build the houses like right on top of it, we might be okay. I think maybe we just have to do more of a gradual slope on this side. So it's going to be 6 in some places, but not all the places. These horses are driving me nuts. Oh, that looks weird. That's a little bit better. We'll take this back by 1. And again, we don't know what's going to be over here. So I think we'll just leave that like that. It is a little bit narrow here. I'm not really sure the best way to fix that. However, speaking of the flow of traffic and stuff, we will take a look at this corner too. So like this feels very sharp. Like you really have to do a U-turn. So we want to try and round this out a little bit. Do I have a city that is your home base? This one currently. I just kind of live wherever I'm building. I have my shulker boxer set up, so, you know, like my ender chest and shulker box stuff all set up, so that's very easy to travel from place to place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so maybe 2 there. So it's subtle, but it kind of gives like a path that's a little bit easier to travel along there. And then we have this issue of this huge area up here where I feel like there would have to be some sort of access off of this main road here. The thing is that you don't want to necessarily build houses like right next to your wall, because it defeats the purpose of having the wall. So there has to be some sort of clearance, and I think I was measuring around with that up here at the keep, and I thought I had a decent sort of distance here where I kind of decided just quickly, like, don't build anything closer than this. And it's a decent distance, and I want to say it's what, ballpark 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Sure. Let's go with 11. So that would mean if we wanted to put down a do not build in front of this thing area, we'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So really right on this spot right here. So let's, that's why I brought some of this cobblestone with me to kind of say, like, let's make out a space where we don't want to have anything too much closer. Which is going to be weird. We can have things, we just don't want to have buildings, I think is what I'm getting at. So we could have like market stands, you could have carts, you could have all kinds of stuff. I just don't want to get into having too much built up. And there's probably going to be a tower there. Don't exactly know how or why. Let's do 3, 2 there. And I guess I have to start going in like 11 from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And that sort of lines up with where that tower would be in terms of don't build anything like closer than here. Pretty good. So we think about that from above, like a no build zone here in front of the wall, then really we don't have a lot of room. Glowwatts, hello, good to see you. Oh yeah, you're not the only one driven nuts by the horses, Shepard. Totally agree. I'm just too lazy to put them on a lead and tie them up somewhere. I should be doing that with the sheep. Like whenever I see livestock around here and pigs and stuff, I should be roping them and tying them up so that I can store them for later when I actually want to have like a pig farm or something, like for aesthetics. But you can see what I've done here with that. What we had was an intersection, a planned kind of area, and then we've kind of rounded it off a bit. So I think I don't want to get rid of the square just yet, but it's definitely something that is not going to be like a proper decorated square. It's just going to be kind of like a dirt path that's been trodden over and over and over again. I definitely want there to be a path off this way. And so keeping this in mind, this no build in front of this thing zone, you wouldn't want the path to be too close here. You kind of want it to be, I think, a little bit more out. So if we do something here, it's really going to be narrow. At most 3. So then I think we'll build this side first. And I just think like to get to there is probably like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe 7 here. Probably take these down too. This was the original idea for this path, was for it to be where these cobblestone blocks are, but I don't want it there anymore. Much prefer it up this way. That's 5. Probably just go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. I think I'd rather bring it down along the water sooner. So from here, yeah, I think from this point here, we're gonna go up this way. I don't know what's down here. This is the challenging part of like trying to brainstorm out paths like this, is that I don't necessarily know what's going to be down there yet. Oops. And so again, you're probably going to have, it's probably going to be more like an alley or something like that, where there'll be like a path here. I feel like we can safely bet that's going to be there, unless we shave the hillside back. And we'll just go down to like a 2 wide path. Sure. Call that done. Oh, wait, a course shirt? No. Sweet. Yeah, things are going pretty well today, actually. Really relaxing, you know, slept in, big breakfast. I do need to make more coffee soon. I'm the tail end of first pot. To get saplings, is it better to break leaves or harvest them with silk touch? You can't get silk touch. You can't get saplings if you use silk touch on leaves. You want saplings? Use a hoe and use fortune. That would be the best way to get saplings. A hoe in general, but saplings would also work. As far as I know, if anybody knows better, feel free to correct me. I'm not a walking Minecraft Wikipedia. I'm happy to answer questions, but you have to know that I will very likely get them wrong in some places. Yeah. That's good. I don't know that we necessarily need another road going this way. I kind of feel like if we build houses over here, like if a house is like 5 deep, like that's the whole block. So I don't think we need another road over here. We would maybe need some sort of like little alleyway or something, would be my guess. Similar to what we have over here. So yeah, I think what we're going to do is, even though I just put this in, I think we're going to remove this. And I think what's throwing me off is that this center point needs to be like adjusted slightly. You can see how using a square like that though kind of like helps your judgment of like how to have everything flow together. Stephen ESC raiding with a party of 8. Thanks so much, Stephen. Appreciate it. Stephen's a server mate. He would have been on just a few minutes ago. Stephen Raid Hype, Firepith, how's it going, buddy? Good to see you as always. Moon Girl Art coming in with the stack of hearts. Is that a stair block heart? Is that what that is? That's amazing. Very well done. Thanks so much for the raid, Stephen. What were you up to today? Working on the stair monument? Yeah, I really just feel like this has to be moved over by a block. I don't think we're good. Yeah, that feels about the center. So this could be anything. This could end up being like a well or something. It might be worth like just, you know, imagining stuff around that. I don't think I have enough coarse dirt on me to fill this whole thing in. No, I don't. So we'll come back and fill this in a little bit later. It feels a little bit wide over here, so we might want to push this up a little bit. Yep, still working on the stair monument. The pillars are really coming along. That's great. It's really cool when you have like a big design like that where you've got, once you design the pillars and you have to then you like repeat the pattern, and then that doesn't take nearly as long as designing the things in the first place. So it becomes a lot easier to get something to look like it's filling out faster, you know? What did I say I wanted to do here? I wanted to narrow this up a bit. So I think what we'll do is we'll take this up by 1. Put that there. Maybe take this back here. Yeah, that helps a little bit. So now the only other thing left to really look at is over here. I feel like this is a decent spot for like 4 houses, maybe 3. And this little offshoot, I think, yeah, we'll go. This is one side. We'll do the other side over here. Whoops. Just kind of ballpark that, see what that looks like. Not bad. Not bad for first shot. Yeah, I think that'll do. We might end up making this a little bit deeper, but I think that is enough to plan the rest of the area, right? So the only other thing that needs a little bit of a softer touch is that. I'd say that's about it. Sweet, that did not take nearly as long as I thought it would. Still not sure about that extra height. I do want it. I just don't know how far into the town we want it. I feel like this might have to be back here somewhere. This drop. But everything else looks pretty good. There's no need to really draw a big line here because there's just no room to draw anything here or to build anything here. Canadian Travis, hello, good to see you. Repeating elements, I hear you. I spent too long humming and hawing over how I wanted them to look. Well, I mean, that's the thing, right? You take the time, you design it to look great, and then when you have to repeat it, if you have to change the design, you don't have to change it 1,000 times, right? Like it's, you know, measure 3 times, cut once. I know the saying is measure twice, cut once, but it's me we're talking about here, right? So the other thing that I noticed that I think might have a bit of an issue in our logic here is this is the gate and the curtain wall, and this is another gate and the curtain wall, but they don't actually connect. And like there is more than enough room to just run across here, right? Like it's kind of dumb. It's not at all something that's protected. And so what I think we might want to do, not as extreme, but we have another situation over here on this particular side where there was a river, or was supposed to be a river that we have to build yet. And we did like a gate that covered what will be the river once we fill it in. And I don't want to put like a black gate, but I feel like we should probably have some sort of protective arch or bridge or something between the buildings. And I planned for this. I planned for this to be a possibility, because when I built these 2 gates, I didn't know exactly how wide and stuff the river was going to be, but I put these at a good distance apart. So we're going to go switch our inventory here to have more stone and stuff in it. All right, you're on your own on the server. You're in charge of sleep. Oh, Cosmic is logged out. I'm now alone in my storage system that is not safe. So yes, we need to, well, we can now use the storage system because grass and dirt are 2 of the things that we're sorting. So we can just come in here after a project and be just like, don't need these. I know my shulker boxes are empty, so we're going to put a couple back over here. And I think, Steven, you were asking about how the sorting system worked. I can show you that now if you want. You can see the stacks flowing around. and they'll get picked up here. You'll see that some of them go by because these hoppers are full, because this is receiving items. And so they drop into the water stream down here, and they get looped back into the main stream, and they'll just keep on circling around until they all get picked up. And as long as it doesn't take more than 5 minutes, then we should be okay. And really, if you miss out on a couple stacks of dirt, not a big deal. I wouldn't want to use that system with diamonds. For stuff like that, you'd want to have like an overflow chest, I think. Cosmic can simply not look at another tulip today. Wow, write that down, folks. That is an unusual situation. So let's just take these 3 shulkers, and we'll use those plus the scaffolding. We'll take this one too. And we'll come back for stuff if we need it. I really like having this room here now. So the idea would be to not build any kind of gate, but instead just build something that looks kind of like this, right? But have it go straight across here. However, these are not straight. They are off by a bit. And if I remember correctly, I believe I put them in, I think it's 15 apart. Cobblestone, stone bricks, andesite. Just use stone for now. So if we go from the middle of this one and we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should be the middle of this other one. And this is why you do this kind of stuff and you plan for the future, just in case you need to use it. So that's a nice looking angled wall. We're going to put it at a height that makes sense. I think they're both the same height. If not, we'll have a little bit of a trick on our hands, but we can always put a little staircase in the middle. The height of this is 75. I think this is 75. Aha, cool. So it'll be basically straight. What I'm thinking is that we try to have some sort of entrance, because like that would be the thing, is like I don't want to come all the way up here and not be able to get across. I don't think I want stairs here. I think I would prefer to have like a side, have these stairs not be here and go in through the middle. Be kind of cool. So as far as the height of it goes, I think we want to put the height at this height, which is 72. And it's also going to be 3 thick, so 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm not crazy about losing the view of this really cool building that sticks out. I'm disappointed that that's how that's going to roll. So that's why I might, because of how this is lower, and we know that there's a staircase in there, I feel like we might have to think about having this part be lower. And we can do that because we have taken the time to design and build the inside in here, which we could always adjust. But here is the height of this, which is 70. Go up 2 blocks, we should be at the right height. So we could put a door here. Little platform. And then over here, same idea. Connect this across like this. This part might be a little bit thicker. That's fine. And then in here, we have free reign because there's nothing. We haven't designed anything in there yet. So the only trick there, I guess we don't have to have it come down because the stairs are such a nice happy accident. The only thing that's going to look funny is this little extra platform up there. So what I'd like to try and do inside of this tower is to see if we can rearrange the stair situation so we could instead have a door here. Which I think could be more fun and more interesting than having this be just straight across. I don't know if I want to go down a full block on each step. That might look strange. But I really feel like I want to have this part at least lower. We can go down by one block and then have a set of stairs drop into a lower door. That could work out okay too. You do get turned around in here a lot though. Right, so like we could totally have, well I guess, maybe that doesn't make a lot of sense. I forgot about coming up from below here. I guess we could push this stair back. Like we could remove these and put them here instead. So like that goes there. Get ourselves into the middle. And then I guess this would be, could do that. Not ideal. Maybe we do this. I think I like that better. Yeah. Obviously we'll fix this with spruce and make it look nice and stuff. That way this doesn't have to be something you bash your head on. You thinking of playing the snapshot later? I just read the title. Yes. Yeah. I didn't get enough 117 content, I don't feel. I want to do a little bit more survival gameplay to talk about on the Spawn Chunks. So, all right. So that's that. Obviously, we don't want to block off the river. So there's going to be some sort of arc here. And I feel like we're going to have this design indicate the minimal height of the arc. So, or arch, I should say. So I'll need to go get some stairs and slabs, but I'm going to do that after a break. If you're new to the channel, I take a break about once an hour. We're coming up on that time right now, and I thought I'd kind of sneak it in now, and that way when we come back, we can work on connecting the battlement and the marlins and stuff. So give me about 5 minutes, folks, and I will be right back. right. I'm going to have to pop up again in about 10 minutes to get that coffee, but the good news is it's being brewed. And Brian Dunaway popped in with a raid. Brian, what's going on, buddy? Haven't seen you in a little bit. Well, I fib. I was lurking in your stream the other day. I was telling Ms. Snarky about Graveyard Keeper. And the last time that I had raided you, that's what you were playing. And then, sure enough, a notification come in on my phone saying that you were live. So I went and I lurked and I watched some Gravekeeper the other day. What were you playing today? I'm looking through the stream notes here. Amazing indie something. It was excellent. We're playing We Are the Caretakers. It is a sci-fi RPG turn-based game with some geopolitics. Interesting. In terms of the stuff that you've been playing lately, Brian, like what are your top indie games right now? Like is Graveyard Keeper at the top? Is Stardew Valley? Like where do you land in the things that you're doing? For anybody that came in with Brian, thanks for sticking around. If you want to click on the link that I believe Cosmic probably would have put in stream already. If not, flip on over to watch on joelduggan. Or twitch.tv/joelduggan if you wouldn't mind. We're trying to grow the channel, and having raid viewers on the original channel is always helpful. I'm a variety streamer, but I do play a lot of Minecraft because I do a podcast called The Spawn Chunks, all about Minecraft, and that we have a new episode coming out tomorrow. We'll be recording that tomorrow morning. So today we're doing a little bit of work here on the Citadel, which is a Let's Play server I've been working on for 4 years, and we've been working in this medieval area, this town, since November. It's really coming along, and what we're doing right now is essentially mimicking that arch over there. We're going to put in a continuation of this wall, but leave river access open. So we're going to put in an arc in here, and I think we're going to be into using stone bricks for a lot of it, but first I want to put in the top parts, I think. So I'm going to make sure I have some of those. Going to need those, and I think that's it. Graveyard Keeper is a classic, but I would recommend Narita Boy on the Xbox Game Pass. Retro pixel art adventure game, very cool. I think I've seen that. I have Xbox Game Pass. Like I have Game Pass Ultimate actually. So any game that I like on the Xbox that I want to stream, I could always play it on the PC as well. I have a hard time justifying playing pixel art games on my brand new Xbox Series X. Like I know it sounds weird. You should just play what you want, right? Like I'm playing Ori and the Blind Forest, which is lovely. And it does take advantage of some of the things that the Xbox can do, but it's still it's a platformer. I feel better playing more robust games on the Xbox. Isn't that silly? It's a weird thing. So these go. Is that a slab? That is a slab. Ori is beautiful. Yeah. I'm still on the first one. I like how Ori makes you kind of like go all over the map and like kind of backtrack after you have different abilities. It's cool in that way. It's a little non-linear, which is fun. Okay, so we need to put in these things, and this is gonna be tricky because these are in sets of 5. And I believe we have to put the stairs in these positions so that these match up, because if we did it the other way around and put these here, then there's a gap here with the stairs. So we're kind of stuck in that we have to start with the stairs here. And that does not work out at all. We're going to have to change the way that we do this. Because these are in sections of 5, and I should have done them in sections of 4 or 6. So if we add one somewhere, then it'll change and work out. 6, 4, 5 doesn't make any sense. 4, 5, 6 does though. So we'll do another one here like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe we have to do 4, 4, and 7. One, 2, 3, 4 goes there. That goes there. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 5. I don't think that's going to look good. I think I'd rather have 4 and then whatever's left. Counting with Joel. Yep, we're back. We're back to counting with Joel. Surprising no one. Oops. You will like Naruto Boy. It's also Metroidvania type. I don't think I've ever played Metroidvania. So 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll stop here. And then we'll see what this looks like if we take this to there. Put a stair here. And remove these two. The hard part is that the underside is also going to have to do this. I'm okay with that, I think. As far as having it look the way that we want. I need to go look at the other arc over here because we did this this arc also arch. Calling it an arch. This is an angled arch. Was not the easiest thing in the world to do. We may have to repeat this process. Looks like we just bumped it back by a block each time. Metroidvania is a term classified games that are Metroid and Castlevania types, right? Where you backtrack and explore the areas. Okay. I see. Treskillian, that's really funny. So the next thing to do, I think, is going to be to decide how wide the outside is. It's 15 across, so we're going to have to come out at least 3 here, right? It might be easier to come out 4 when you think about it. And then that way, it's going to be asymmetrical, so there's going to be a thicker pillar on this side here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's probably going to be the easiest thing to do. I should have checked to see if that arch was an even number or an odd number. I think it's even. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is. Okay. So it might be better for us to deal with an even number. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, which means that the pillar is just going to be there. And it's more than likely going to be stone brick. And And then this side is also likely to be stone brick. Cool. Hey, Timium, how's it going? And Rihani, welcome back. So our arch is going to go in there over the river. It's going to feel lopsided, but I think it'll work out for us. My little phone alarm just told me that my coffee's ready. So just give me 1 minute. I'm going to drop into a safe space and go pour myself a cup of coffee. It will be just a minute. My kitchen and studio are right next to each other. So just give me a sec here. I'm going to go refill the essential stream juice and we'll be right back. All right. Doesn't take long at all. Sean Lask, hello. Welcome to the channel. Whoa. Got friends. Oh. I almost had 3 for 3. I thought I saw a creeper in here somewhere. Specs for the PC are underneath the Twitch channel. Cool. Glad Pix sent you over this way. I'm going to be doing a Spawn Chunks episode with Pixarfs tomorrow. As per the usual. Thanks for the follow too. I appreciate it. I feel like there might have been a ninja raid or something. Feels like it. I'm going to do the top parts here because I'm just realizing that these... So what I've designed so far looks like that kind of a wall. And I might want to make it look like these kind of walls. Which means popping them out a little bit farther. And I'm okay with it being a little bit thinner, I guess. I guess we have to figure out if we want this to be thick along here. This stops here. 2, 3, 4, and then we've got 1. This goes down here like this. Been a listener to the Spawn Chunks for quite some time now, though I listen to them late. Have a good stream. Hey, thanks very much. Appreciate it. And there's never, I mean, you don't have to listen to them on time. You listen to podcasts when you have time to listen to podcasts. I'm just glad you're listening. Cosmic says that Pix was streaming, but no raid notification came through. So if there was a raid in Pix, if you're listening, I appreciate it. If not, even if you just mentioned to tell people to come over here, I also appreciate it. Thanks for sharing the viewers. Right, so we need to figure out how we're going to do the top of this. So I guess I should go over here. I don't think I have a way up here. I don't think I bothered to finish the stairs in here. Survey says, oh, maybe I did. Look at that. I mean, they're not finished, but there's, at least we're not flying around with the elytra all the time. So I think here what I'll end up doing is maybe busting these out and putting a door here. And then we'll just go like straight across and come out here. And actually, I guess it would be okay if we push those down. I think I would rather have the depth here and have the walls go deeper back this way. Like this. Right? I'd rather have that, and then we would remove this layer of stuff. So this wouldn't be here. We'll just push this all back, because that'll give us the room for the detail up top, and it won't change our path through the build. Yeah, this will go back by this much. So then this goes here. Technically, we don't need these anymore. I'm just using them to get it back and forth. And that would mean that this is also going to be incorrect. Yes. And so what will end up happening here is whatever we do here will actually go down into the river. So if this is 3 wide, whoops, get in here. Whoop. Okay. So this is 3 wide here, and that's correct. Okay. So the way that this goes is underneath each solid block there is a stair. Actually, let's put this as far out this way as we can. That way I think we should be able to get most of it. That way. Stairs there, and then it goes back. Stairs there, stairs there. This might not look the best. We'll see. No. What sorcery is this? Okay, I'll take it. But weird? Real weird. Right. And then these, I think, are all... How did I do this? I must have put slabs on them, maybe? I don't remember. Yeah, we really need to finish the inside of this. Oh no, this has got a stone walkway. Okay, that's easy enough. We can fix that, no problem. So yeah, these are all going to be stone bricks. That will help with the texture change and the geometry change. No! Oh. I mean, in my defense, there's a hole in the scaffolding, magically. Huh. That's weird. Is the hardcore SMP pick said? This is not hardcore. Using your mind powers to hold it up? I mean, we just covered counting with Joel, and I think that my mind powers on Sunday afternoons are pretty weak. I think we established that. Oh. I need to go in here with one of these. Just try and see if I can just... Ha. Oh, the endless chore of swimming around and picking up scaffolding. That goes like all the way to the other side of the river. Okay, so that's not going to be a thing. I feel like this is probably going to be stone bricks, and more than likely going to end up being like mossy stone bricks when we're done with it. But we're going to do this for now. Right, so then, okay, that needs to go, and we need to get rid of... Oh, we need to put the slabs on the top. The ninja block placing skills are spot on, thank you. You do pick up a couple of fun skills every once in a while in this game, which I appreciate. So along here, what's missing is the slabs on top of these. Right, so that completes that part. This part we are going to change. We might texture this later, but I think for now the easiest thing to do is just going to be to put it as a complete stone brick bit. Now, how often do we want these to feel? There's always a trick to these to make them feel that they're not too narrow when you're changing from one side to the other, but I feel like this is probably wide enough. I don't feel like that's a narrow gap to walk across. Now, I don't know if we're going to put stuff on the back of it. We might. We'll have to look at that later. Where's the nearest bed? I guess it's probably this one down here. Tim, I don't do world tours. We've been on the server for 3.5 years, and to do a world tour would take days. So what happens is if you stick around and watch the stream long enough, ultimately I end up running out of materials or blocks or things that I need, and then we have to go search for them in other parts of the server, and then you get to see those parts as we go looking. We did that yesterday, so if you want a decent view of what's happening on the server, you can always check out the VOD from yesterday, which I think is May 1st, after the stream today. And then you've got another couple hours of content to watch. You can also go back and watch my VODs on Joel Duggan VODs on YouTube. The VODs are no longer available on Twitch, but I've been uploading them to YouTube about twice a day. I think where we are is currently like either working on the front gate or maybe even these houses. But this is nothing but grassland at the start of those YouTube VODs. So you can go watch those and you'll get a gist about how things are coming together here. Okay, so what did I say? 10 blocks for the arch. Probably going to be our best bet. That means the center of it. I need to go get some different color blocks. Maybe we'll grab some spruce wood since we need that inside anyway. Ah, more creepers. I guess I'm just going to have to be noob torch about this and just... It's unfortunate, but we have not yet lit this up the best. This building frame looks like a frog, and I can't unsee it, and I giggle to myself whenever I walk by. Oh, the cartoonist brain. Once you see the images, you can't unsee them. I'm really disappointed that we're hiding this build behind this wall, but I guess it has to happen. I need to grab... I guess we'll just do planks for now. This is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So then these two are the middle. Oh, good. Okay, so they're on the same part. I hope that's wide enough. I hope it doesn't feel too narrow when we're done. So on these ones, we've gone slab and then stair and then a whole block. And this is what, 7 wide? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The other one was 6 wide. Basically, I'm gonna go look for the biggest arch that we have. This is 6 wide. The same idea, 2 slabs, 2 stairs. Where? That's not big. The bridge might be the biggest. This is at least 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Same idea. This is much larger than 10. I can tell you that right now. I like having the depth to it, so we might try to do that. Which might make the other side look kind of tricky, but we'll see. We've got, looks like, slab stair. Stair. Yeah, slab stair. That is an interesting optical illusion. Slab stair, slab stair. Okay. Keep it as a frog. Nice. Fed destroy, yes, in the storage room. I don't know what the ceiling is going to look like yet. That's why there's no hanging lanterns. I mean, as you can clearly see, the build isn't done inside. It's not decorated, so that's why it's just temporary lighting. It's just frustrating to have to like spam torches everywhere in your builds. So those do kind of stick out funny, don't they? Doesn't look quite as nice from this angle. We might have to put angled stairs there. But we know that we want slabs across the bottom there. So we can grab slabs, also make some slabs. So yeah, below that. So we'll do 2 slabs in this location here. Take these down a bit. Yeah, so those are our middle bits. So we'll take middle, and it's at least 3 wide. And then we had stairs. And oh, this is a spot where it comes out. Interesting. And over here, stairs. And then this is just going to be full blocks. There. Shakespeare Girl, hello. How's it going? We are building an archway over the river. Slowly. See, that already feels kind of funny. I kind of want the arch to be off middle, I think. So 10 might not be the right way. We might want to go 9. Whoops, did not mean to bang my mic. So then I think the next one is just going to be another slab and stair situation. So down here, we'll also have a slab here, and then another stair in that position. That's the wall. So we might have to change that a little bit. Yeah, I feel like it'll go slab into probably a full block with a stair underneath it. So we'll probably end up doing something like this, that with stair there. Maybe. This is the kind of thing where I just don't do enough of these. Yeah, that's not bad. It's not bad. I think we can probably get a better idea once we fill in the other side. So what did I do? I did stair and a full block behind it, and then we have to do full block and then slab. It's so funny. I'm doing that thing again where I'm like leaning back from the microphone. Full block, slab, full block with the stair underneath it. Oh, so close. R. McNee, a new job where you have weekends off. Very cool. Very, very cool. Oh man, I know what you mean, Cosmic. I don't like the italic stuff either. I much prefer the colored messages. I think they had more personality. They're a lot easier to discern and to read. I think I'm going to have to destroy the scaffolding in order to see what's going on. I think the other reason why I want to play in the snapshot later today is because I'm in the mood to do some technical stuff, and I don't really have any need for technical stuff on the Citadel. So it's going to be cool, I think. Maybe we'll do like a mob spawner or something. I'd like to try and get ready to use tinted glass. I'd love to find a geode. I think that looks okay. What do we think, chat? Do you think that looks like... I mean, there's the middle, technically. So we've got like 2 blocks there in the middle plus the half block on the stairs. I think it looks all right. I like the fact that there's different sized arches. Like this is 7, this is 10, this is 3, you know? Tragic Solitude, hello. Thanks very much. I'm glad you like it. So then in a boring sort of outline, we'll have all of this, I guess, be temporarily be stone brick. We'll texture it later to be nicer. Who needs an ink farm? It's built by a river. So that's the only thing I feel might be just a little bit wonky. It's the only thing I feel looks a little bit strange. And I think I need to back up from that. Just hold on. We'll go to Megan's almost finished / abandoned wizard tower. Okay, so it's going to look funny from this angle because it's an angled wall. So I'm just trying to debate whether I want this side to be too thick, 2 blocks thick. And we do have the room here to knock this back by a block. It would just make more sense, like from a cool looking defensive situation, for the build to for the wall to go into the river by a block as opposed to stopping right on the edge. So we might have to change the river a little bit. But I've got a funny feeling that, what is that, 4 and 1 I think would be better with 3 and 2. I think it'll look a little bit nicer. Tragic Solitude, check out Joel Duggan VODs on YouTube. You'll get all the server tours that you need. Well, let's just take this through, just so we can see, because it's really not that much work to change. Whoops. Of course, I should probably just fill this in for now. Save us from walking and falling all over the place. So we've got full blocks, slabs. That takes care of that side. And then labs. do. Sometimes these builds, you know, they require a decent amount of thought and concentration, and sometimes I underestimate how complicated the geometry is when you're trying to do a round shape in Minecraft and then also move it on an angle. You know, you can see on the map here that this wall goes across at an angle, and when you're trying to do that all at the same time, it is tricky. These are... well, those are in the wrong spot. Yes. This is supposed to be thick out here. So technically this wall does not have to be solid. I just happen to have a lot of materials, so figured might as well. That means that this does not go here. And like I said, we'll go back and texture this stuff afterwards. One, two, three, four. That's right. Ah, so this is where I think on the other bridge we had to do stuff like this. Technically, that's where that's supposed to be, but it's not going to necessarily look correct. Because 1, 2, 3, this is where all of this is supposed to be. This is going to have to go back over here. Nope. I've got a funny feeling we're going to want to push this to be 3 here instead. It'll be a bit of an adjustment on the river, and that's fine. Okay. Get those back. Do I not have any more coarse dirt? Yes, I don't. Alright, so if this stuck out more, that would be cool, because that means we can take it all the way down to here. And this is stuff we can change into like mossy cobble and give it some more depth later. Not that anybody's going to see it down there. But essentially what I want to do now is just kind of take this all over by 1 block. So as we get up to these, we'll just put stairs along here. And then above those go full blocks, I think. Thanks for the follows, folks. Really appreciate it. Yeah, so full blocks and slabs go here. I knew that was going to happen. Oh, crap. Hold on. Hey, Mom Crafter, how's it going? I admire anyone that can build and talk at the same time. Thanks. It's funny, you know, like I can talk about stuff like this, but if I'm like mining out something crazy or like placing a lot of blocks, I find it hard to talk over like mass deconstruction. Well, no, mass construction, mass deconstruction. I can talk while I'm clear cutting sand and like doing all that nonsense. But I have a hard time with like talking over like filling in a floor full of stone. You think it wouldn't be an issue, but it totally is. And plus, this is all the same color, so it can get a little bit confusing. I don't think I did that right. No. Stair and then full block. So this stays the same. Then these I'll get pushed back. So this gets pushed back to there. So we need stairs. Slabs go here. And they create this weird little zigzag pattern, right? So there's our 2 slab middle. Stairs go to full blocks. Right, stairs to full blocks. Then these are slabs. And they do 1, 2, 3. And they go into full blocks. And then underneath the full blocks are these stairs. And I'm just going to have to do this. Get rid of the rest of this wall. And then stairs go along here. Grab all this stuff. Can't imagine me having a hard time talking. Yep. I think you took the words out of Ms. Snarky's just brain. She's not here. She's working right now, but I feel like that would be a comment that would come out of her. Yeah, you have to be a quiet person, I think, to enjoy my company because I tend to talk a lot. I mean, it works out. Professional podcaster and, you know, semi-professional streamer thing going on here. So this is tricky. I guess technically this slab would go over on this bit. Oh, come on. I think that looks a little bit better, don't you? With 3 blocks on this side and 2 blocks on that side. I think that works better than we had it before. The 4-in-1 was, I mean, asymmetrical is good, but sometimes it's a little bit unbalanced. I feel like this is working a lot better now. It's still tricky because it's on an angle, but what I really wish we had in the game a lot of the times are like a corner stair. Like I wish you could get a stair to do that without having those 2 stairs on either side of it. Like I'd love for that stair to be like both ways. That makes sense. But I feel like that looks pretty good. I don't think I'm going to add any depth to it. Like, I don't want to add like another layer. I think we're okay in that way. I want to pop up to the top of it now and make sure that it feels solid up there. Maybe we'll add the stairs inside this building too. Oh man, yeah. In the snapshot world, me having been playing on an endgame world for so long, I definitely feel like I'm missing things for sure. So we'll probably make that into a slab. Yeah, but yet this doesn't feel too narrow. I'm okay with this being this wide. That's the thickness of it there. I guess we should probably have something along here. I want to do something different. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 4, and then 4. And if we put like full blocks here, it really gets narrow, right? I don't think I want to have it be... I don't think I want to have anything there. So I'm not sure. We don't have any railings on the inside of the walls elsewhere. So we'd have to like come up with a cool way to maybe do this. Maybe the thing to do on the corners is going to be is going to be like stairs or walls or something. What will happen if I'm done with what world? This world? We're not resetting this world. Yeah, I mean, it's basic. So I think the next step is to go and grab some like mossy cobble and stuff like that, and maybe finish off the bottom part. Add in a little bit of texture and stuff. We've not done too much there. It would be kind of cool, if possible. These are centered, so if we go and find the center in here, which might be here. Nope. So technically it's behind that. So if we put a door there, we could have access to go inside, which would be neat. We'll take a look at it on the other side. Next step is break time. So this has got like a little murder hole, but there's no way in and out. So we could potentially have something like this here. And then do the same thing here. Right, so that could be kind of fun. I don't know about having it that high. We might want to do something where we get a little bit higher. But like, just think being able to defend the river from there would be kind of cool. Adds a little bit of character. It will give us something to to have to look at on the inside of that, on the inside of the arch. So like if you're out here, just a little bit of detail, you know? It means maybe rethinking the inside of that other tower, but I'm okay with that. I like long-lived worlds. That's why I'm keen on starting on Joel's Patreon world. Other places I have players who get bored quickly and want to start fresh all the time. Yeah, I don't understand that mentality either, Minecrafter. And thank you. I'm happy that you're on the Patreon server. That's really kind of you, and I'm glad that you're getting a lot out of it. Like in a give and take sort of situation. I'm glad that, you know, I really appreciate the support, but also I'm glad that you found a spot that you hope to be able to play for a while. And it's nice that Mojang is taking the efforts in these new game versions to allow players to bring worlds forward. And I don't know why it's such a frequent thing. I don't like the early gameplay repetition. Like, I don't want to punch trees all the time. I don't understand why people want to reset their world, and people will claim that they're getting bored. And I say, like, it's a sandbox game. Like, if you're bored with Minecraft, don't play Minecraft. Like, play something else, you know? But I feel like there's a lot to be said for, you know, having a long-term world, having some plans and big projects, and like doing things like this modern city. Like, I've been doing the same build in terms of like the grand idea here since November, right? Like, I don't want to reset this world. Are you kidding? I've put almost as much time into Minecraft as I have like my day job. Like, I don't want that to go away. Don't want that to go away at all. Oh, interesting. This little whole thing is higher than this one will be. So we could maybe have even a set of stairs inside here. Instead of just going straight out, we could go down a little bit. That could be cool too. Have them be a little bit more even. That could be cool. Anyway, what I wanted to come down here for was to put this down, because we're going to be using this in a bit with the mossy cobble and stuff like that to add a little bit of texture in here. First, though, I have to take a short break. So if you can bear with me for 5 minutes or so, I take a break about once an hour. Short. I usually zap my coffee, grab a snack, that kind of thing. And when we come back, we'll finish up this arch. And then I think we'll switch over to the snapshot and start working on some of the 117 content. So I can do a little bit of research for the spawn chunks tomorrow. So yeah, hang tight. Be right back. All right, now I'm going to be really happy that we took the time the other day to not texture, but to clear out this river underneath the archway, because this wasn't here, and now we've got a clean slate to do all the things we want to do down there, which involve mossy cobble, mossy brick, probably some andesite, which I think we have, but we'll take more. We're also going to need, very likely, stairs of both kinds and slabs of both kinds. And obviously, I want to dump a little bit of our inventory away here. Cracked brick's another thing we need. And I think we'll put the wood away for now. So one of the things I want to do is try to establish like a little bit more of a foundation. So it would be very likely that this would be something that would have some sort of like rock base to it. And then we can sort of texture a few things here. I should get some regular slabs too. So just thinking about things like this to have, you know, a bit of a foundation base to it. And then from here, I think we could probably fill in maybe some mossy stuff. It's probably mostly going to be mossy now that I think about it. Maybe we'll bring this up here. Hey, the mighty Elkhorn is here. How's it going, Elkhorn? Good to see you. And Digewald, how do I say your name again? DGK, right. Welcome back. I always get tripped up at first. So yeah, I think we can probably have a couple more of these. Maybe we'll go up higher on this side. And then we can start to maybe pepper in some cobble with the moss. And then combine that with some cracked stuff. Because I've found that a lot of times using more cracked than not tends to help your builds. I don't want it to look too brittle. If it looks good, maybe we'll add another one here. And plus, if we have that that hole that's going to be in there, the more I think about that, the more I do like that idea. So I think we're going to go ahead. Maybe we'll dig in here and see where this leads us. Right behind that cool shelf, unfortunately. I don't know if I want to... I guess all we really have to do is move the barrel. That's fine. Maybe both of these. Could just turn that whole setup sideways, really. Put that there. Maybe put the chest in there. And then I guess maybe slab there. upside down stair here. And then... See, that still feels kind of high. So maybe the solution is actually going to be that kind of a thing. I think that makes sense. I like that better, actually. Yeah. I don't like the fact that we lost the barrel, so maybe we can do something here. A little bit better. I feel like something needs to be here. Oh, wrong way. Yeah, we can come back with maybe an armor stand or something. So that puts that way down here. I feel like that's the right spot for it, but then to get that down on this other side, we're going to have to do some trickery. That's only just one block above that, so that means that this goes here. And then over in the inside of this, we'd have to come down quite a bit. Which is still cool, like we can still do it. Do I want to stair there? Still feels very close. Maybe we have to back this up by one. Yeah, a little bit better. I feel like we might want to have to come out a little bit farther here and maybe even put a little bit in the bottom. And potentially these two as well. Yeah, I feel like that's pretty good. We would probably want to replace this. That's okay there. Maybe have a little bit more of a texture going on here. Cool. I think that feels pretty solid. Ah, McNee, you are on your own. I've been living in the same apartment for almost 20 years because I hate moving. Hey, Miller Dog, how's it going? I love how all of us are just like, nope, not happening. And then Cosmic's like, I'm there in spirit. I'll help in the theater of your mind. So this is going to, I think, have to be... We're going to have to change the river a little bit here. I really don't want to make this any wider. So I think what we'll do is we'll just make it steeper. So we'll bring this back by 2, which will allow us to kind of come in here, I think. Mess around with this a little bit. Right, and then that way we can get this as far down as here. And then we can start to plan out the like cobblestone down there, which we can spill out a little bit here as well. And maybe actually have that be like a slab or something. Oh, we have to waterlog those? Guess we do. I didn't have to waterlog these ones. Oh, maybe it's because there was a block there at some point. Yeah, okay. Go get my bucket. I really need to work out a good way to texture these roads too. I don't like that they're all stone brick, you know? Shoot, do, do, do. Okay, and then down here, probably also have it spill out a little bit this way. Oops. And just kind of look at the other side here, trying to mimic something similar. I feel like we might need stuff like that. Maybe this would be better off actually going down. Work in some mossy bits. And let's see here. Probably mossy slab there. And then we can go up this way as well. Grab the old mossy bricks. Maybe throwing a cracked above that one. I feel like we can probably do 2 cracked over here. I don't want to get too crazy with texturing this stuff because I know that We will eventually have to have some sort of like plants and stuff along here. So I know that a lot of this would end up being covered up. So I don't want to like go crazy with it until we know what the foliage is going to be like. Not bad. I think we might just need a little bit of extra love here. Just to keep it from being so flat. I meant that to be mossy. Might even be worth putting in a mossy stair there. Or a cobblestone. Mossy cobblestone stair. Yeah. And then same thing over here. I think maybe we'll put in a mossy stair. And we can put the cobblestone on this side. Cool. That takes care of that. The only thing that I'm not happy with now is just the top part. And for that, I think I need to go and look around at some of the other walls that we've built. So we'll walk around the town a little bit, take a look at some stuff. Cool. So on the inside of the walls, on the front here, we've not done too much. So you can see over here, there's really not a railing at all on the inside of the wall. We've got railings on the stairs, but up here, we don't have anything at all. And it doesn't feel bad. I think it's only because it's over the river that I feel like that new wall we just made needs something. I mean, this is unfinished, so this is not the best example. But then in here, we've got, again, it's a high bridge over something, so there's a railing. You know, bridge over water, another railing. I want to take a look at this bridge too, because I feel like this has a similar feel to what we just built. Yeah. So I like this idea of doing like maybe using some walls to kind of give the top inside of that archway we just built a little bit more depth. I don't think there's a way up in this inside of that unless we go up through this house. Somewhere there's a way up. Oh, it's the stairs over here. Yeah, so all along here, there's no railing at all. Now here, again, it's an archway over the road, and there's a railing on both sides. It's 3 thick plus that. So this whole thing is 5 thick. And it's really just, so it's just 3 on the wall, and then just the added depth there. So that might be an option. Just take the pattern and repeat it. Now this wall, do I have a space up here? Oh, right. We have to go in this building here. I love that I've built all these little snaky ways to get up on top of things. So then we've got this, same idea, no railing, but also not a far drop. But then once we get onto this wall here, we've got a railing on both sides. So yeah, I feel like we might want to put the railing on both sides. The issue, of course, is that it will in some places make it quite narrow. So we'll have to add something in these little gaps to make this section not so bad. I don't know how we're going to do that. We need more andesite slabs. And, oh gosh, what were the walls? I think they were andesite walls. Yes. Take those two. So it's these corners that I'm worried about, but I think we can probably swing it. Love the Spawn Chunks podcast. You do with pics, and it's my first stream after listening to the podcast for a while. Very cool. Thanks very much for coming by. I'm glad that you like the Spawn Chunks podcast. We have a lot of fun making it. I like to think that it's a fun project. So like right away we run into a very, very small space, which is okay. I think we have to alternate maybe. Because of the way that this works, we need to have stairs in that position, if that's where we want to do this. Otherwise, we have to have the stairs in this position. I just don't want to go out here. So that's okay. It's not the best. But I mean, it's Minecraft. You're going to run into stuff like that all the time. So here we'd have to come up with a way to get this out here. That actually lines up, surprisingly. So it feels a little bit narrow and sharp, and I don't know exactly what we could do to fix that. Because that leaves a great big old gap. Really, the only thing that's going to go in there is a full block. So that doesn't work. This just feels so sharp. Maybe that's the best way to do it. It feels narrower, but it makes it softer anyway. I'm okay with that. So that works up here. The question is, how do we get it to work down below? Because we've done an overlap here that I know is going to be tricky. Oreo Kings, hello, how's it going? I'm doing well, thanks for asking. Sad that the coffee is almost gone, but the coffee may be replaced with a beer, so there's always that. Yeah, so for this kind of thing, here immediately I just want to put like a stone stair, right? That's my immediate thought to fix that. Or we just have this be a solid thing all the way down. That might be the other easy thing to do too. Bring slabs as well. So we just do block and then slab. And then here is another slab and then blocks. Does that fix it? Sort of yes, sort of no. Sort of wonder if we have to have like one of these and then one of these underneath. I think that might be okay. Has anybody built an angled wall like this before? Okay, so I don't think I like the sideways stair on top, but I like the sideways stair underneath. So maybe we just have to do that underneath the first stair. So instead of having an extra stair here, we'll just do stair there, then same thing here. Maybe it's that simple. It works there. It doesn't seem to work here very well. Maybe this one we need to come up with a slightly better. Yeah, I think this works because of how close it is to the top. So maybe we just need to put the stair closer to the archway. Yikes. I think we can do that, and then, but this is just not, the same logic is not applying to this angle, so we'll have to come up with another idea. I think maybe going back to this is probably the easiest way to go. Oh, maybe we can do a stair here. That still feels really sharp though. Here. I guess we could try turning it. Oh, that feels weird too. Yeah, I really don't know. I think the best option so far has been just the slab, just mirroring what's next to it here. Yeah, we'll just put the slab in. There are some things with these kind of angled builds where you just have to like back away and say like, well, couldn't really do much. Not much you can do there. Unless we come down by a full block. Yeah, that just feels very strange. It could be a situation where we have to do like another support over this way, but I don't know. I don't want to go even with this brick, right? I'm actually a little frustrated that this has to be brick to have this Sort of work out of the top. We could reduce this to be only 2 wide, but then we lose the ability to have these little murder hole things, which I like. It would fix that problem. Yeah, I can't soften the angle though because we've got 3, it's 3 deep, right? Walls to soften the transition. Well, the walls don't connect to stairs. I could try putting walls in there. Just don't know if that is going to look too asymmetrical. What if we replaced a couple of these with walls? That might be the best of all the things we've tried. It just makes no sense without the slab there. But I think that's probably the best option we've come up with. Thanks for that. Appreciate it. Good call, Mr. Elkhorn. Whoops. It's not bringing all the things. Same idea. I don't want to get too carried away down here because we just don't know what kind of vegetation and stuff we're going to have. So I don't want to go too nuts with the texturing. But the mighty Elkhorn has spoken. It's like throwing spaghetti at the wall. Yeah, no, there's a lot of trial and error for sure. I just didn't want to lose this depth, these little angles, right? Because I could try to do something like this, right? We could create this kind of a look on the inside and the outside, but then this wall has to be too thick, right? Instead of 1. And possible, but for now, I think I prefer it this way. Plus, it's a little bit different. Like if we go back over here, where's my zippy rockets? If you're coming into the town here, I think that's fine. I think that having this look a little bit more special is cool. You can't see most of the time anyway. Really, when you're going to be seeing it is mostly out here. We've got a couple of harsh transitions out this way too. That one's okay. Can't put a wall here though because again we've got this overlap. But I don't know there's much you can do from out here. And I think I dropped a torch in there or maybe placed a torch by accident. There we go. Cool. I'd say that that is complete. Looks good for me. Pretty productive day here on the Citadel. We're not wrapping up. We're going to switch over and play on the snapshot for a little bit. But as far as the Citadel build is concerned, today what we ended up doing was planning out the roads here in what will be the fishing village. I think I'm going to remove this little center point here. So this is going to be a place where we can fill in different small houses, and it's mostly going to be residential. People that would be using the river probably for their livelihood. We created this little zone of like, don't build anything over here. And then we also realized that there was a way to get past the guard towers down the river. And so we built the arch and extended the curtain walls between the towers. And eventually there'll be ways to get up in both towers. Currently, the only way up is either on this side, which is roughed in but not finished, obviously. Get you up to here. You can scoot through here. We'll make this look pretty some other time. And then you can also get across here and pop out onto the wall on this side. And there's also an option, of course, to go all the way up to the top. And again, we'll come back, and now that we know where this is and how this is final, we can make these doors look nice. We can have this all make sense. And we'll do the same thing over here inside of this tower the next time we come on the Citadel, and make it all feel pretty seamless. I like that you have to kind of zigzag to the left of these stairs. Makes that feel pretty cool. I guess we would have to do something else here. I guess this would end up being that with this kind of a situation. I guess this would just be not there. Feels a little strange. But we've got time and ways to figure that out. No, we don't do PvP on the server at all. I don't think anybody on the server is really into PvP outside of Cosmic and Alistair pranking one another. But I guess you're right, Cosmic. Alistair, I don't do PvP. Alistair's built a PvP arena. I think it was Alistair that built it. Oh, I know you're kidding. But some people might have the same question. But anyway, I'm going to take that break that I normally take on the hour just a tad early, because that will allow me to switch over to the snapshot. And it'll probably end up being the same VOD if you're watching this later on YouTube, but that's cool. Hopefully you'll be interested in the snapshot as well. And there's quite a lot of you, so don't go anywhere. I hope you're having fun. I hope you're enjoying the stream. The snapshot world that we're switching to is brand new. We started it just 2 weeks ago. We've only played on it for like 4 or 5 hours. No, 6 or 7 hours, I guess. So when we come back, we will be working on that. In the meantime, if you are moving on, check out the Spawn Chunks, thespawnchunks.com. Check out the Citadel Cafe at thecitadelcafe.com, and check out Patreon, patreon.com/JoelDuggan. They're all great places to find things that I'm doing and how to support the kind of creative work that I do. But like I said, we're not going anywhere. Just going to take a short break. And when we come back, we will be on the Snapshot world and trying to find some 117 content. We might even be making like a mob farm. If I can find an amethyst geode with some the ability to make some tinted glass. And I also want to collect more copper and maybe even find some bees so that I can keep the copper the color that I want it. So yeah, that's all coming up. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back.